Okay, here we go. We're talking this through. So explain it to me again. If we decide to keep this as brick.
Okay, the porch is something that needs to be addressed. If the bids come in and you prefer a stone walk, which will be the new steps coming up and the wide flat landing area and the walk, and then the sidewalk here in front of your house, I think we could stop it and then
right
just
here
leave
this as is.
Leave this as is.
But because this intersects with this,
with the porch,
this right here, this all needs to be the same.
Correct.
Yes, I agree.
Now,
okay.
The porch, if you stay with brick, I would think you'd want to definitely keep the brick and then just have the bricklayers clean up this edge and tie it in neatly.
Sure.
If we go to a stone, the question is, what do you want done with the porch?
Do we leave it as brick or do we have it as stone?
And I think we should have Scott bid
it out
as a stone, just so we know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
okay?
Just so we know. Because I ideally would like for it to be
the same.
Like, I think the brick would look random if that's the only piece of brick.
Yes.
But if we brick all of this, that could be a really expensive proposition. It might be cheaper to just stone it all.
Exactly.
Okay.
Or you can do if you can track down that brick, you can do little stone accents every 5 feet to break up the stone.
Okay.
It actually looks kind of good. Soldier pattern, side by side, and it just.
So if we wanted to leave that as brick, we could kind of do stone with some brick accents.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a deal breaker.
Okay.
Other options that look really nice and clean and tidy in the front of the house is to do dimensionals on the outside. It's still stone, but they're 12 inches or 8 inches by 12 inches.
Okay.
So they're like straight dimensional and then irregular in the middle.
Okay.
Or do you want it all irregular, or you could do it all in dimensional?
I don't know if I can't visualize it.
Do you want the stone on the edges? You could have it straight.
Okay.
And as like a border.
Okay.
And then irregular stone.
Yeah.
In the center.
I kind of like irregular. I think it looks more natural.
Yeah, or would you rather have irregular in the whole thing and not bordered with
the brick?
Straight.
With a straight stone.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Or what we could do if we want to keep that as brick, we could border it. We could have irregular stone and then border it with brick, which might be less expensive.
Or the other thing he was saying is stone,
looks pretty cool.
but then doing the brick going across.
Oh, I see.
Like
so just to tie in the brick.
Right. Just to tie in the brick.
Yeah.
The question is this porch.
Right.
And how we treat it depending on what we do.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay, let me just have you repeat what you were telling me about this part of the yard.
John, originally when we spoke,
yes,
had been willing to get rid of this column,
Uh-huh.
and I believe all the way back to
that first
to
post.
the first one at
Okay.
basically our expense, and then
Okay.
we would have to, face. That's not that much money. Some demo.
Okay.
We would have to finish off the face of that little wall, which is not much brick.
But we would leave that area back there. Okay.
And then our post we'd have to remove this tree.
Okay. And our post would go there. Okay.
Show him this sidewalk issue.
Okay.
It appears to me that this would have to be addressed.
Okay.
Because it has heaved, and I think it would interfere. So
Okay.
I think that's just a concern.
Okay.
Then we have our wall that will be at finished grade height of your yard.
But it'll be right towards the front.
It'll be right along the front like your neighbors.
Yep.
Then we have a 48-inch wide, which is this width.
48-inch wide.
And then our column would be on either side.
Column here.
Then we have to cut back at least 48 inches to be on the public sidewalk level, so the gate can swing inward, which has to happen.
Okay.
And then there will be 1 to 2 steps depending on
where we come up.
How far that
we
is.
move this back.
According to current code.
Okay, but we're keeping this width the exact same to save money.
Sidewalk,
okay.
Unless you tell us otherwise.
Okay.
We will not. Then
now.
Over along this side, the same deal. We'll cut this wall back.
Okay.
To the flat point.
Yep.
Our column will go here, and if you choose to run
ironwork all the way back,
we'll use that to save money also.
Okay.
So that is the current
That's
plan.
the status.
And then if we do, we need to discuss with the iron people how we handle the back part where this
Where it
wall
kind of-
ends.
right.
And if you want a gate and how we do it, because there's a lot of heaving on that sidewalk over there.
Okay.